All right. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. We are in day 11. Can you believe that? January just started, and now we're almost halfway there. What have you done with that time? I would love to know. If you're here for the first time, maybe I have a thumbnail up, maybe I don't. My name is Bree. My friends call me Brizzy, and a part of me is like, what friends? So Sometimes I'm so theatrical, but there's a thread of truth in everything that comes to, making light of situations. But anywho, I am currently embarking on a 40-day fast. And what makes this fast different? Breezy, you've been fasting since you were 17. What makes this one different? Well, I've outsourced pretty much all the work I would need to do to have a successful fast. I have an accountability group. I have a private coach. I have daily accountability. I have the protocol. I have the system. I have the enzymes. I have the juice. So I know now we're in day 11. You're building a little momentum. So even as a recovering food addict, you still have pop-ups of, I think I remember how that tastes. Do I need to remind my taste buds? I should remind my taste buds. I should just go to the drive-thru. Nobody would know. It's all good. I know probably some people are like, 11 days. How? Girl, what? I was saying the same thing because I was supposed to start this. I was supposed to start this fast like in March. But us being our greatest salesperson, us being just having the skills of rationalization, it just never was the right time. Something always came up, and that's life. Something will always come up. You know you've made the decision, you know you've sold out when those thoughts are entertaining, but you know they're not doing it. Don't torture yourself. There's not you're already in too deep. You started posting daily videos. So you're just gonna go and delete them all? Yeah, I get that you're only getting one view, but this is for you. This is for you. So I can look back on any day. I can see myself I'm in it right now. I confessed last night, these last couple of days, I've had to put a little extra. I've had 14-hour days, 15-hour days, 16-hour days. Life still continues, even though you've made a decision, this life-changing decision that's going to change everything. Like you still have to show up. You still have to show up in your humble positions. You still have to be accountable to the responsibilities you have. The world does not stop because you're going through a juice fast. Yes, you are more aware when you probably should take it easy. Like, obviously, I'm not working out, I'm not going to the gym. Brisk walks is good. What I do for work is good. I'm constantly moving. And I'm still taking about 2,000 calories of juice every single day. That's around 20. I'm in Idaho, so I probably have a little bit more privileges as far as produce than I would say people in other parts of the country, but don't let that be an excuse because when you know you need to change, but you haven't made the decision. You haven't it's not hard enough. It's still a little comfortable in your life. So you think you can get away with a few more months, a few more weeks, and just because you were given this divine grace and what you perceive, I think is divine grace, doesn't mean that it's not costing something in the future. Or it's not costing a delay in the people, your tribe, the people you're supposed to connect with, the countries you're supposed to travel to, who knows, the babies you're supposed to be making. Now all that gets delayed. Now it has to get reconfigured. Yeah, you still will probably get there, but it's going to be under different circumstances. Could be better. Could be better. Even doing this video, I'm just out of it. I had a slight slip up yesterday. So I was working 18 hours. I keep on adding numbers to it, but it was around that. Seriously, it was around that. I was doing two different situations. And that's to help offset the digestive enzymes, the extra produce. So I'm doing about $400 a week in produce. Yeah. And the digestive enzymes are about $300. And you're going to need 3 sets of those during this time. And that's just for the 40 days. What if you want to go long? What if you need to go longer? The whole objective here is to get your body so relaxed and released that number one, you reset your nervous system. Your body can actually get back to homeostasis without your interference, without constantly digesting, without constantly munching, without constantly thinking about food, without constantly driving the food, without constantly ordering. Things start to slow down. And I was talking with my group yesterday. So I was in a situation last night where people know me. So they know I'm pretty high energy. She's the Leo, she's the performer, she's the lighthearted one. She's going to make light of everything. And when I came into the situation, I was just you just get more chill. And I think sometimes we fear having these dramatic life pivots because it's probably going to take away a piece of ourselves. Like, I thought if I lost too much weight or if I did this fast or if I really become enlightened, I'll no longer be amused. Like, I'll no longer have a sense of humor. And that's how the main way I've connected with people is through humor. How limiting is that? You think you're just going to stop being funny? My mind sold that to me. Who are you without your humor? You were a late bloomer. You didn't get your boobs till like close to 20. Thank you, because I built character. Okay. I know what it's like to have a crush and then he goes with a Genevieve with the heavy rack set. I was like, Jesus, Lord. Thank you for giving me other talents, I guess. Because it eventually came. Thank you. Thank you for making me go through that. Of just being the tomboy, not taking things too seriously, develop a personality that people will want around, be unoffendable, still leave a little mystery. When all the kids were making out near the trees, I'm like, oh my gosh, that always spooks me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just want to play freeze tag. Jeez Louise. And so back to my chronicles yesterday. I was showing up at an event where people just expected me to be like, bring the energy. But I was just feeling really grounded. I was feeling really chill. I was chill yesterday. I was just like, I just want to preserve my energy. I front loaded some juices, make sure I got all that calories for that length of time. But a part of me, this was yesterday was my second day working like a long day and just on top of normal responsibilities, on top of dog, all that. I'm doing red light, vibration plates, morning and night, all that. Whatever's getting my lymph moving, however I can orchestrate it, wonderful. I get there and we're a little early. I had already pre-done a lot of the getting ready. We're getting a whole event started. We're throwing a whole event. There's going to be hundreds and hundreds of people. And I noticed immediately if you relate to this, when people are excited that you're coming, like you bring that level of energy, you bring that wittiness sometimes, you bring the humor sometimes, you bring the lighthearted sometimes, because you make it about other people. People feel seen around you. So they're used to feeding off you. They metabolize you. They're used to feeding off of your energy because it's so contagious. And of course, you probably absorb it, amplify it. Yeah, if you're an ambivert, which most of us are. Most people think I'm an extrovert. I'm like, actually, I get charged by myself. That's how I get charged up. When I'm around people, I can absorb and amplify the energy that's given me. That's why I'm so cautious of who's around me, whether it's at the gym, whether it's as a shenanigan, if you're complaining, if I even get a whimper of anything that is just gonna, nothing personal, I'm just gonna be over here. Because I know I'm gonna absorb that, and I know I could go down the rabbit hole, and that's no fun to anybody. If I'm gonna be socialized, I'm gonna be up here. And so these last couple of days, a lot of interaction. I probably just been thousands over the weekend. And so when I'm done with situations like that, oh my gosh, it takes me at least 24, 48 hours to recover. I need time. I need massages. I need red red sauna. I need all that. Red light sauna, all that. Vibra shake. I need plates. I need, you know? So I'm 2 days in of a full shift, and I get there. Somebody asks me, oh, what's wrong? Are you okay? And that's what happens. I'm like, oh gosh. This is why I feel like I always got to be on. So I said, just in case, I'm going to find the cleanest energy drink. I had already brought it up to my coach. I'm like, Coach, I want to reach for an energy drink. I'm going to be real. I'm really real with you. I don't know how I'm going to get through this without help. And she reassured me, like, I understand. She's always so compassionate. You don't need caffeine. You'll be okay. I said, no, we just assume that people just don't understand. They just don't understand my exact circumstance. If they knew my exact circumstance, they would understand. So I ended up getting like a Celsius, sugar-free, sucralose-free. Sucralose, if you don't know, is I think it's sweet and low. And so additives like that just give me migraines. And it's so funny. I used to always have sweet and low as a kid, when you go to the diner and everything. We had Norms in California, so I love going to Norms. It's very home style. I like those family style, home style situations. Food, it's not too many ways you can mess up hash brown, so it's doable. And they had the best hot cocoa with whipped cream. And so after the second or third person is asking me, Bree, you good? You all right? You good? I'm like, oh God, here we go. I got to turn it on. I buckled because of this pattern of thinking that I am responsible for how everybody is feeling. I am responsible for the vibe up in here. What? And I just fell in line. I'm like, all right, don't think too much about what this is doing to your body. It's okay. How many times have we pimped out our body? We overdid it with NyQuil. We overdid it with the painkillers. Maybe the sleep meds a little bit, you know? And if you're already prone to that, you got a short window. You're all or nothing. My ADHDs, my obsessive compulsives, my neurospicy people. You're a step from going off the deep end. And it's going to take you a while to admit when you need rehab, because you're so proud and you're so shameful. So you're going to make it a secret. You're good at keeping things a secret. Your vices. But everything arises to the top. Like, might as well just willingly, voluntarily be like, show up on YouTube. I'm a food addict and I'm doing a 40-day cleanse. How I'm not completely pharaoh, I don't know. Anywho, back to the story. I went back and I'm like, okay, do I even want anybody? Mind you, I have my grapefruit juices. Everything's on the table. People are actually asking me like, oh my gosh, what is that? I'm like, oh, this is grapefruit juice. And citrus is in season right now. And oh my gosh. And I put habanero in my grapefruit juices, which is relatively a very spicy pepper, especially the juice in it. You're getting straight to the blood system. And one girl was like, oh, can I have some? And when people ask you for something of your creation, that just ignites me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think people were checking for me like that. And then another person asked, and another person asked, and it was 4 people who had cups. So I was like, oh, sure, yeah, wonderful. But I'm like, my white brothers and sisters, I know you're not used to spice. You're barely used to seasoning. I say this with love. I've been in Idaho 15 years. I say this from love and experience. Don't blame me. And, okay, there's always an exception to the rule, okay? Who has a stocked seasoned pantry, okay? There's always an exception to the rule. Poured out my grapefruit juice, and I was like, yeah, okay, this feels good. This would be a good time to just crack it open. Celsius, I've been drinking Celsius for probably a year, maybe, I don't know. I would get it occasionally here and there. I opened that Celsius, I could usually just chug a whole can. I like to just get it over with. And I love carbonation. I was about probably one quarter through, and I knew. I'm like, oh, I messed up. You read the signal wrong. Your body is telling you now more than anything, we don't do this anymore. Ooh. My body set a boundary with me because it's been trying to tell me for years that we don't need this type of stuff. No, 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 you need it to function. No, 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 you can't just be you by yourself. No, you need this. How many items are we using that we think we need, that we rationalize so well over the years? That could look like anything. Food, excuses, procrastination, relationships, how you spend your money. We are clever people and we are adaptable and we have critical thinking skills that can be used for good, for progress, or destruction. Not not more than probably 10 minutes pass and my body, you're on day 11. Your body's expecting juices now. Now it's just expecting juices. You're not starving. You're you're eager for nourishment. I would say that. You're eager for nourishment. So when something that no longer is recognized or you've been flooding your system with straight up from the earth nutrients, powerful hitters, cilantro, parsley, green apple, all these astringent lemon, high doses of vitamin C, grapefruits, pineapples, all the astringent fruit on top of lemon ginger blast is what we do. Look it up if you don't know what that is. You can look it up anywhere and get that recipe. That's the extraction. And that vitamin C is it's just loosening everything up. And when I tell you I felt my stomach do something like, what the hell? What is this? What is this? Instantly got a migraine. Instantly got a stomach ache. It completely backfired from the result I was used to getting by just getting a quick little Celsius. I said, I thought I had more time. I thought I had more leeway. I thought I could still get away with this little stuff. It's not like it's black tar meth. It's a Celsius. Girl, you've reached, you've reached your point of grace. Now it's going to hurt a little bit now. It's going to be a little comfortable now. You're stubborn. You'll get through it. Use your powers for good, for focus. And of course, I get temptations. Oh my gosh. But I'm in too deep. For the two people who have watched this video, I am accountable to you. You can rely on me. You can trust me. Although when people used to tell me like they're doing a challenge or whatever, and they're like, yeah, I slipped up once. And I'm like, oh, write them off. You can't even do, you supposed to be able to, I'm telling you, you will have unforeseen, when you are manually resetting, you will have unforeseen circumstances come up. And you better make sure you know what side you're sitting on. You better make sure you know that this ain't a game no more. I would rather turn to dust than go back. Even though my mind is so good at tempting me of what sounds good. Oh, but your favorite restaurant just send you an email. They say you get free entrees. Somebody brought somebody set a beautiful piece of chocolate cake right in front of me yesterday. And I said, okay, interesting. That's what I say. That's my response to things. I just stay neutral. I'm like, oh, interesting. They're like, "Oh yeah, somebody left this, and we don't want to go to waste." And you, I said, "Oh, so out of all these people in here, you wanted to put that right in front of me?" And I had my grapefruit juice right there. I'm like, how? Okay, the world is not going to bend to your decisions. It's going to test you in your decisions. Some people don't like the word test. It's going to allow opportunities for you to make new decisions. And as soon as I said, I looked in, I said, "Ooh, that looks moist." Ice cold of some ice cold oat milk or some chocolate milk. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I would have been clapping. I would have been cheeks clapping, knowing, oh my gosh, I get to go home to some chocolate cake after this. Oh my goodness. Thank you, God. I must have done something great. What a reward. What a reward. Mm-mm. I was just like, oh, well, I'll find a homeless person. I'll give it to them. It's all good. As soon as I made that decision to not attach to it, somebody randomly came out of nowhere. Oh, we found the person that's for. Thank you, Jesus. I can do all things. Whew, I can do all things. Another day. Another day. So I say that to say it's just not worth it. We think our old patterns are just, they're the solutions, but it's time to explore new solutions. My body actually rejected something I was consuming just only a couple of weeks ago. That's how quick you can align to a new version of you. And honestly, I was I was so wired, and I was just like, wow, I didn't even finish it. I gave it away. I was up till close to 3:30 this morning because it was so uncomfortable. I was like, did I make this feeling comfortable? I had such a, when your mind is just awake, your body's trying to rest, but your mind is awake. You can't even close your eyes. It's too much activity. It's too much. It was too much stimulation. And I said, okay, sometimes you gotta touch the stove again. And I said that to my group yesterday. I'm like, I respect this group so much. I am going to stay in integrity. I'm going to put myself out in Front Street. This is what happened. This is the reflection I've had. And this is how I'm going to choose to move forward from here on out. I hope I didn't disappoint anybody. Like people are going, girl, ain't nobody thinking about you. Ain't nobody thinking about you. People are going through their own exorcisms, okay? Ain't nobody thinking about you. But I think it's quite honorable to take responsibility for situations that people would even know had happened. It holds you accountable. There's a certain level of integrity that I can't waver with anymore. The price is too much on me. Mentally, spiritually, it's too much. You know what's right and what's wrong compared to in your life. When you start double dutching and playing rope with the line, that's when you welcome your shadow side to rationalize for you. Hey, I know this is not right. I know I shouldn't end this friendship like this. I know I shouldn't just take this, or I know I shouldn't have done a white lie about that, or I know, oh, I just found, $20 on the floor. I should probably have given the effort of like, did anybody drop this instead of just taking it? You invite your shadow side because you're scared. Because you've practiced lack for so long. Your soul, your spirit is still saying, hey, this is the right thing to do. But no, I'm owed this. But no, I deserve this. So shadow side, dark side, come in and help me rationalize for this. Anything will do. Any excuse would do. Anything would do. I just need to hear you say it. How many times has that gotten us in situations that have been we're still paying interest on those situations. Credit card debt is a great idea. Your shopping problems, your weight, your depression, your anxiety. Anywho, I let my group know. I let my coach know. I take full responsibility. And oh my gosh, the sweetest message I got. Just I'll have to, can I share this? It was an emotion. I'm like, when am I going to cry? When am I really going to, you can't suppress with food anymore. So those memories, those thoughts you've tried to bury deep, those times of extreme heightened emotions that you have somehow hidden in a dusty cookie jar on a shelf. Oh yeah. When one thing starts cleaning your life, everything starts cleaning. And we're cleaning house. You're just to the point where we're just gonna have to gut this whole thing. I'd rather have a new home than try to make this work. So yeah, I left a huge, I mean, I just left, I let it all out. So day 11, my coach has themes. So she says, you're a juice Jedi now. You crossed into the I do this now territory. This isn't a trend anymore. This is your lifestyle. You know how the bathroom's going to go. Your emotions are starting to flow. And she just reminds us of our protocol. This is what we're doing. Remember, this is what we're doing. Are you tempted by this? So go ahead and reach for this instead. So I like it. I just like having options. That screams freedom to me. And she says, cravings aren't your enemy. They're your teachers. I'll tell you that. Okay. And this is, what are they trying to say? Listen, learn, then sip something juicy and keep it moving. Today's mantra, I'm not missing out, I'm leveling up. You're not just detoxing, you're transforming. And I feel that. I feel that. And we're all different ages, different ethnicities, different styles of seasons of life in this group. So it's so fascinating to really get everybody's real time results, you know? Oh my gosh. Listen to what this woman said. Hi, Brianna. First of all, thank you for your honesty, your self awareness, and your integrity. That alone tells me everything I need to know about how deeply you're doing this work. Oh my gosh, don't we just love affirmation and validation? What you described is not a failure. This is data, this is wisdom being earned in real time. Sometimes the nervous system needs a lived experience to finally say, we're safe now. We don't need that anymore. And you listened the moment your body spoke. That matters a lot. Also, let's be very clear. You didn't disconnect, because I told them, I was like, I disconnect for a minute. I put my people pleaser hat on, and it led me to that. She said, you didn't disconnect. You noticed. You didn't derail. You corrected. You didn't shame yourself. You chose compassion. Compassion is so huge. It's so huge. It's something you can't fake. That's the upgrade. Long days and old performance expectations, people projecting their needs on you equals a perfect storm for outdated coping strategies to try and sneak back in. Of course they did. That doesn't mean they're in charge anymore. It means they knocked and you didn't hand them the keys. And can we talk about the beauty of this part? You still drank all your juices. You still stayed present. You still inspired your crew to try grapefruit juice. You literally became the example while moving through a human moment. That's leadership. That's embodiment. That's cultivation of new land, just like you said. The wired feeling will pass. Hydrate, breathe, rest when you can, and let your body clear it out. No drama, no punishment, no stories attached. Just thank you for the lesson, and now we're back. And please hear this clearly. There is zero shame here, only growth, only recalibration, only proof that your body is learning to trust juice, rest, and you. I'm so proud of you, truly. And yes, my hand is right here. You're not walking this alone. I've never had a woman say anything like that to me, including people in my family. It instantly made me tear up. I was like, "Oh, okay, there we go. Now we got some emotion coming up a little bit." So yeah, I paid for it today. I felt hungover. And I haven't drank in years, but you never forget the feeling of being hungover. You know. And so I barely could get water down, let alone juices. So I feel it. I feel the difference in me not having that many calories. I could barely go grocery shopping. And I'm grocery shopping every other day. So I prep for 2 days in a row. So I'm not just juicing every day. It gives me a little space. And it still takes about an hour, hour and a half. This is not like work, people. This is not like work. I'm in it. I do consider myself being in just reoccurring survival mode. It's what my nervous system has been conditioned for my whole life. I cannot remember a time that I've ever truly felt safe for an extended period of time. I do feel it when I travel though, in spurts. But safe? I honestly, out of my 35 years, can't remember a period of time where I didn't have to worry about somebody breaking in our house. I didn't have to worry about, let's say, a parental figure's relationship going south and we get kicked out of the house, kicked out of a car. There was always this wobbly security in the household. And that reflects in your nervous system. And your nervous system is just your fight or flight. It's just your amygdala. It's all just trying to protect you. But those tactics don't work anymore. So let's unpack them. And now with all this information we have, how smart you are, you can learn different, you can get the same, a better result using different systems. But if you've been numbing, if you've been suppressing, if you've been repressing for years on end, you're numb. You no longer feel. So we got to kind of unnumb. We got to take the gloves off, the metaphorical gloves off, and we actually have to feel things again. And know that you have yourself through this. I am constantly reminding myself, relax and release. I got you. I trust that you will tell me what you need. Even something as small as I was so exhausted, but it was my joy to make this video. It was my joy to go wash my face. It was my joy to, even though I couldn't fathom going to the grocery store, especially on a Sunday when everybody and the mama literally are there. So yeah, I paid a little surplus to get my groceries a personal shopper. And I was like, okay, I'll do half the work. I'll drive there. But I need assistance. And being okay with that, having that help, that saved me a lot of time. That gave me the energy to rearrange some things in my, like, near my office, in my room. So when I wake up, I don't see cluttered mess. Everything is organized and I'm not distracted and I'm not overwhelmed right when I wake up. Things I have to put away, things I have to clean, things I have to. You're just going to naturally, as you're cleaning out, you're naturally going to start cleaning out things around you, things you've had for years. Then one day you're just like, I don't think this serves me anymore. But you held on to it for years. You thought you would need it. You thought you would fit it. You thought you could use it. You'll find a use for it. I just don't want it anymore. 2222 on the clock. Partnerships. Can you see that? No? That's all right. Can you see that? Can you see that? Yeah. I love that. Dropping some knowledge. Well, I'll leave you there, dear. Thank you for being here with me. We're not doing excuses anymore. We're just ready for the next level. And I'm coming in at ground level. And I'm going to be a testament to myself. And I'm going to talk through with myself and be gentle with myself as we're unraveling. I definitely feel depleted today. I have some, if you know about Beam Minerals, BEAM Minerals, it's the only thing that's really subsiding my headaches. It's electrolytes, fulvic acid, Mindy from Fast Like a Girl. You know Mindy. So I learned about this company through them, and My hydration has just been on 10. They have enzymes for dogs too. And this is all my dog stuff up here. I mean, we got water. This is fresh spring water. Then we got some herbs and stuff right there. And yeah, then we got like sparkling water. Like I don't mess around with the hydration, you know? And my dog has electrolytes from them too. And I just noticed a difference in his coat. I noticed a difference in, he has little tumors. He's a Shih Tzu, so he's a little prone to tumors. My boy is built like a Buick, but sometimes genetically he's more prone to things. So I noticed his tumors like have been subsiding, and the reddish, he's white. He's a white boy. So the reddish in his eyes that he's starting to get, he's almost 10. And for the first time ever, he's starting to get red around his eyes and around his mouth. But I noticed when I put those minerals in there, and he has, he has minerals for his coat. He has minerals for his general hydration. And my boy's living good. But I definitely noticed a difference in both of us. So I am so happy for you. Thank you for joining me in this journey and following me as I become more refined, as I'm figuring this YouTube thing out. All I know is my mentor told me just post every day. And when you're posting every day for extended period of time, you don't get stuck in the what ifs or the overthinking. You don't have time. You got to go prep your juice. You got to go walk your dog. You got to go work. You don't have to, you just go. I do well with systems where I don't have to think. I just know what I'm doing. Build that system for you, though. I know I'm just going to get better. This feels so good. As soon as I'm wrapping up here, even though a minute before, Lord, can you just tell me what to say? I don't know what to say. Being here with you, whoever's on the other side, I don't have a headache. I don't think about food. I don't think about this bill or taxes or all the human stresses. So that's how I know I'm supposed to be here, whether it's for one person or eventually many. It starts with being there for you first, knowing that you're hot stuff, okay? You're worthy of having reflections like this, and it's doing something for you. It's unraveling. You know you like a slow burn anyway. You don't want it too easy. Thank you for being here, and I hope to be along with you in your journey of whatever you're going through, even if it's just contentment, even if it's just, I'm good where I'm at right now and it feels really, really great. Maybe you'll live through the challenges that I'm living through. Maybe this just piques your curiosity. Why not? People have had to do that for me. Just by them showing up and sharing their story, they piqued my curiosity of what I can do. So that's day 11. I hope you have a glorious day wherever you are. And just know we need you. We need you sharp. We need you strong. We need you regulated for what the future has in store for us. All right? People depend on you. So let's build this armor before we actually need it. All right? You're protected. You are protected and you are loved and you have purpose if you're still here. And you are a miracle if you're seeing this. Look how far we've come. All right. I love you. I hope you have a good night. And I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Bye.